Welcome to a new show here on YouTube. And today I want to talk and provide the last information about Robert Lewandowski and Lautaro Martinez ahead of the second leg of the Champions League semi-final between Inter and Barcelona at San Siro. Um, I've already analyzed the first leg in a previous video, which you can see on my channel. But the big updates in the last few hours came from the two injured strikers because Inter and Barcelona played tonight, and Barcelona will be without Lewandowski, like in the last few games. Inter will be without Lautaro Martinez, who got injured in the first half of the latest game between the Nerazzurri and the Catalans. So, what are the conditions of the two strikers ahead of the second leg game in San Siro next week? Let's find out. I'll show you an official statement from Inter, which was released on Friday afternoon, late afternoon, after medical tests undergone by the Argentinian striker, and it can be read in two ways. I mean, on the one hand, it's positive because there isn't a big injury for the Argentinian, but on the other hand, of course, it will take some time to recover. Inter don't clarify exactly how many days he will remain out of action, Lautaro Martinez, but I mean, many media believe that it is going to take at least 7 days. Yesterday, Corriere della Sera said even 10, 15 days to recover, which would make it impossible for Lautaro, of course, to be available against Barcelona. But he really wants to be there, Lautaro Martinez. He wants to help the team and be available at least for a few minutes. So he will work hard to at least try to be on the bench against Barcelona. The Inter statement is the following one. Lautaro had various clinical instrumental examinations this morning at the Humanitas Institute in Rozzano. We're talking about Friday. It was found that the Argentine forward an elongation of the flexor muscles in his left thigh. His conditions will continue to be reviewed day by day, which is a classic statement for clubs who don't want to uh, say how long the player will remain out of action or don't want to make any prediction on how long a player will remain out of action, which is legitimate. So, what does this mean for Lautaro and Inter? This means again that he's not going to start against Barcelona, but the best case scenario is he will try to be on the bench. So today, Saturday, there is Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday morning um, before the game. So only 3 days left before the match, and it's practically impossible that Lautaro Martinez will start against Barcelona. But he will, as he told his teammates and directors and coach as well, he will work hard trying to recover at least for the bench. And this would be having him on the bench and knowing that Lautaro is available potentially as a substitute would be really very important for Inter, even if Inter numbers haven't been that bad without Lautaro Martinez this season, because Inter have played 6 games without Lautaro Martinez this season, and they've won 5 and drawn 1. So they are unbeaten without the Argentinian on the pitch, which of course doesn't mean Lautaro Martinez injury is a good thing for the Nerazzurri. I want to show you some of the stats as well from Inter's games without Lautaro, talking about this season um, through Football Italia as usual. So I said 5 victories and 1 draw. In these 5 victories, Inter scored 13 goals and conceded just twice. And these 13 goals include a 5-0 win against Hellas Verona in the reverse fixture. They play Verona again tonight, but at San Siro. And talking about the San Siro game, there will be a lot of rotations for the Nerazzurri because, of course, the main focus would be um, on the second leg game against Barcelona. Here I show you an article from today's Gazzetta dello Sport on Lautaro Martinez, which you see explains where the injury is. So the flexor in his left thigh, and what Gazzetta say is it's just an elongation. This is what they say. So it's not an actual serious injury, is not a strain, for example, for the Argentinian. The return against Barcelona is difficult, but if he keeps improving, you never know. So again, not going to start very hard to have him available, but he will try until the very last second to be available for Inter. An interplay today, and it's an important game in the race for this. It's an important day in the race for the Scudetto because Napoli play as well. Napoli play at 6, Interplay today at 8:45 Italian time. And I'll show you the probable Inter lineup. They don't have Pavard, they don't have Lautaro, and Çalhanoğlu is suspended. So you can see a lot of rotations, practically uh, just one starter, I would say, who's Sommer, because the others are Bissek, De Vrij, and Carlos Augusto, Darmian, Frattesi, Aslani, Zielinski, and Zalewski, Correa, and Arnautovic. Correa is one of those players who we already know won't be available against Barcelona because he's not in the Inter UEFA list. So uh, massive rotations for Simone Inzaghi. Practically, Sommer is the only starter today against Hellas Verona because, again, the main focus will be on the Barcelona game, and the main focus for Lautaro Martinez would be on recovering for the Barcelona game. How about Robert Lewandowski then? There was no official update from Barcelona yesterday in terms of injury news because Lewandowski has been injured for nearly 2 weeks now. But Flick said something very interesting about him in his pre-match press conference. Still talking about Friday. Barcelona played tonight against Valladolid, pretty much same time as Inter. Just 15 minutes later is the kickoff time because it starts at 9 p.m. in Spain. And I'm going through the Flick quotes about Lewandowski. When he got injured a couple of weeks ago, the first reports already said surely missed the first leg in doubt for the second leg semifinal. Now, based on what Flick says, Barcelona look quite confident that Lewandowski will be at least available against Inter, because of course the injury is not as fresh as Lautaro Martinez, and because um, again he's been working on the sidelines for a few weeks, for a few days already to recover. So Barcelona are a little more confident than Inter, I would say, to have Lewandowski available. We have to wait and see how things progress day by day, said Hansi Flick. Robert is progressing very well, and we'll have to see what Balde does. Alejandro Balde, left back, and he's a little bit more likely to make it for the second leg semifinal. He's in slight better shape than Lewandowski, apparently. Lewandowski could be back for the second leg against Inter. He's doing very well, and his progress is much better than we expected. We'll have to see. He's a great professional and always works hard to be 100%. He may be back on Tuesday. So this is more confident from Barcelona than the updates coming from Italy for Lautaro Martinez, 100%. But again, Lewandowski has been out for a few days already, nearly 2 weeks. So it makes sense that he's in a better position than Lautaro Martinez, who got injured only a few days ago on Wednesday against Barcelona. Um, there will be more stuff, of course, today because Inzaghi didn't talk at his pre-match press conference, which is quite common when Inter play two games, um, 2 or 3 games in a week. So he will talk before the Barcelona game and after the Barcelona game, of course. And he's going to today he's suspended, so probably he's not going to talk to the media, and his assistant Massimiliano Faris will show up with DAZN and Sky and all the reporters at San Siro. So we will get probably another little update on Lautaro Martinez from Simone Inzaghi's assistant, not from Inzaghi himself, and a full preview, a full big picture on the fitness situation for Lautaro, but also Benjamin Pavard, who is actually injured. It's something that we will get going closer to the game and probably on the eve of the game on Monday. As usual, I will keep you updated on that. So continue following me. Thanks for your support. If you like this video and if you like Serie A and Italian football, subscribe to my channel because there will be more coming up in the next few days. So thank you very much for following me. We speak very, very soon.